Well, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, having a great day so far. Welcome to Esports Talk. Today we talk about, in the ever-growing esports scene out there, certainly there will always be some trouble in a few schools of the ever-growing scene. One is actually now elementary school, brought to us by Dexerto. Apparently a parent has wrote into them about their kid during Spirit Week. Yes, during Spirit Week, one of the best weeks in middle school, one of the only times I actually went to a school where there were uniforms that I could wear real people clothes. And yes, this kid, unfortunately enough, chose to wear a Houston Outlaws jersey, and that logo and, of course, their apparel bearing that logo have now been banned from the school premises because of the guns that were made to, of course, the shape of a bullhead. If you guys are well aware of the Houston Outlaws, formerly owned by Optic Gaming, currently under sale. In fact, that sale is still underway. We'll have a video on that sometime shortly. That sale might not be going through. And speaking of maybe not a good sell, is this logo. Obviously, they have the Houston Texans. They're known for bulls over there in Texas, which the logo does make up, I would say, pretty creatively, but I don't think they ever thought about this. The fact is, during this really weird time here in America over the past year or two where we have so many shootings, it does make sense where a school would not allow a child, to wear a logo that has two guns on it. So to a certain degree, I do understand where they're coming from. And so did the mother in this case. The same one that wrote in, Dexerto, also posted on Facebook about this. She understands to a certain extent why they would do this, which is very respectable. I think a lot of parents out there would kind of go back on this very hard once they found out that apparently the school had issued her child, an incident slip about this because he had been told to actually turn his shirt inside out. He got pretty frustrated by that. He's an elementary kid. I'm not going to judge him for freaking out. If any teacher out there back in the day told me to turn my shirt inside out, I'd probably be pretty upset too. So I feel really bad, and I think as well Houston Outlaws have actually sent the kid a new jersey or a new apparel that does not have those guns on it. So good on Houston Outlaws, and good on the parents here as well to understand at least a bit why this was actually not allowed. It is pretty crazy though, and why I'm talking about this is we do have, as many of you guys are well aware, a much growing esports scene out there, especially when it comes to collegiate esports, high school esports, obviously grade school, elementary, a bit lower than that, but you are going to have your kids out there, viewers, wearing your apparel, wearing your merch. So it's a very important point to touch on, especially around the same time as these kids do grow up to go to high school. At least we have Play VS. I'll be having a solo video on this sometime soon because it's actually insane the amount of money now being raised for this esports association for high schools out there. Now in 13,000 plus high schools, they're going to put on esports competitions across a lot of high schools out there. 13,000 alone in America so far. To give you guys a comparison, around 14,000 high schools have a football team. That's actually insane. Even more insane than that, a round two of funding has now raised almost $50 million. In total, they have now raised almost $100 million for high school esports competitions. Why do I bring this up? Because obviously the future of those elementary and grade school kids, if they're wearing Houston Outlaws merch, so on and so forth, you might see these organizations maybe rebrand to some more child-friendly, school-friendly clothing like we might see Houston Outlaws doing. They have actually now responded to this entire story, and indeed, when they first made this logo, they thought it was questionable, and we might be seeing a rebrand because an elementary school told a kid to turn his shirt inside out. This might ultimately lead to Houston Outlaws actually changing their entire logo and rebranding the entire organization. I love covering news. We are in just a great period right now where these small stories can spark such huge flames. It's great. It's also great in the fact that Houston Outlaws is being interactive. Not only have they sent the kid a new jersey, a new piece of apparel, I do believe they're also considering an entire rebrand because of this small story. Their fan base stretches far and wide from kid to adult, and it would make a lot of sense, especially here in America, for that fandom to maybe make it a bit more appropriate, especially given the recent and also, stretching far back situations in the news, which kind of go around the shootings here in America, unfortunately enough. We are going to probably see a Houston Outlaw rebrand sometime soon. I'll be back here sometime soon as well. For all of you Houston Outlaws, all of you Optic fans out there, former Overwatch fans for the Houston Outlaws, and current ones, a breaking story out there kind of currently ongoing is the sale of that team to Lee Zybin down in Texas. Apparently that sale might not be going through. Until then, though, I hope you guys all enjoy esports and gaming news stories being broken down here all day long. We've had so many stories over the past 2 months, and I just love bringing it to all of you guys. Until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back here sometime soon.